friends. Okay, it is Monday. Monday. Yeah, I didn't have to stop and think about it. I am praying y'all had a blessed, wonderful, hallelujah Easter. We did. And I think I enjoyed this one better than some of the others because we did. We were contained. We focused more on the gift of our Savior as a family. It wasn't the rush and we got to go do this and, worrying about getting the hair done right and the bows and does that make sense? We had more focus and intent on truly what the day was for. And that was focusing our hearts and our minds toward Jesus and the gift that he had given each of us. Rather than waking up, making it to sunrise service on time, getting the kiddos back. I can remember those days. Oh, yeah. So it was nice, just the slower pace at home. We watched service on the TV, and it was wonderful. It was wonderful. So we miss our church family, truly we do. But like I said, we had a real focused intent this time. Yeah. And Doris is taking a nap right now. Doris, you're laying down on the job, hon. You and Lamb Chop laying down on the job. Oh, yeah, Becca and Carol Beth got her the lamb chop. She loves lamb chop, don't ya? This right here is worthless. Are you worthless? She'll usually smile. Look at her, she's smiling. Are you smiling? Okay. Ugh. I have swept. I have changed sheets. They could have walked away with you. I swept the living room, I've swept the kitchen, I've swept the dining room, and I've swept the entryway. I've cleaned our bathroom and swept it. Whoa, baby. And I told Carol Beth she's going to brush up on her sweeping skills. Me and sweeping don't work. My back. Yeah, no. And to everybody that loved our YouTube live, yes, that was definitely fun. We are talking about this Friday. Let's see, what is this Friday? It's not like we got anywhere we're going to go. It will be the 17th, and yeah, it's not like we can go anywhere. Me and Carol Beth did go and visit the boy. Hold on, dark hallway. I'm trying to get through with my laundry basket. Okay. We did go and visit Brian. We didn't really go anywhere other than his house, and then we drove to, I'm sorting laundry while I'm doing this, Captain D's and got takeout. He had a coupon, and I bought lunch for me, him, and Carol Beth. So, and then we let him have the leftovers so he won't starve. I can't have my baby starving. I meant to take him some eggs, and I forgot. So I need to try to get some eggs to him somehow. Any hoozles. I had a purpose to this talk. Oh, we had to go over there. His wash machine was messing up. It was like backing up. And so, kind of like ours does, coming from the drain. And ours has not done that since he left. That man finally figured it out once Brian called and said his wash machine was doing it. Brian, when he works traffic engineering and they're doing the blowtorch, when he's blowtorching, they're slinging glass. It's real fine particle glass. It wouldn't really cut you, There when he first started doing it, his hands were kind of eat up though. I'm gonna have to put y'all up here. My hand's starting to shake. Let's see. There you go. But it was such a fine particle, it wouldn't really cut you, but it did, you know. Anywho, we finally figured out it was that glass clogging up our wash machine drain. Yep. Because once he moved out, ours didn't do it no more. And except for the one time I accidentally let some grease go down the kitchen sink. I tried. But yeah, and so that's what's messing Brian's up. So, that man had to work at the lake, and I took the chemical that he uses to clean ours, I took it to Brian. And we poured that in, and we visited with him for a little while. And his little trailer is so small, I'm like, okay, we need to kind of go. His cat was fine. We made sure, you know, I'd asked that man. He's like, well, we leave it in our house, and it doesn't bother our dogs. But the smell was starting to bother me. Smells just set me off. Ugh. Any hoozles. That's why we loaded up, went to Captain D's. Bless his heart. He had made the comment, well, I would offer y'all some lunch, but I had to shop. He'd done his grocery shopping. He was like, and my budget, I got to figure out how to reel in. He said, Mom, they didn't have my cheap stuff I usually get. So, any hoozles. And then I felt so bad that I forgot his eggs I'd promised him. So I've got to figure out a way. I think I'm going to send him by Fat Man, and he can get him his eggs. So, all that being said, today, Monday, I am doing my laundry. Fat Man did his yesterday. Usually I do try to do ours. We just have started here lately, I guess within the last maybe 2 months. He'll do his and I do mine. I never used to do that before. I always did his and mine and the hall towels. And like the last 2 months, and he didn't even say anything. He just knew that I could not handle doing it all. It was just too much physically for me to try to do. And so he started doing his, and bless his heart, he was doing mine. And then one of the girls started doing their hall towels, which they can. They've been doing their own laundry for years. I mean, for years. We had finally taught Carol Beth how. We actually had a Sharpie marker, the asterisk, on the wash machine and the dryer we had at the time of, you turn that little knob to right here. And that's how she knew. And this one she just kind of knows. But, all that being said, I'm just going to kind of finish sorting these clothes. I am not going to do any more chores. I'm going to go in there after I get this laundry done and put away, and I'm going to start looking for material to do Maddie Grace, her little bubble outfit that I'm going to make her. That's our next baby that's due. She's due in May. So I'm going to find some material for her bubble outfit. So let me get these clothes done and I'll be back. Okay, hey huns. It is now Monday afternoon. Monday evening. In between, it's 5:15, okay? I have gotten a lot done. I got my bathroom clean. I got it swept. I've swept the majority of the front of the house. Yeah, I know now. Sweeping and me, we ain't friends. You know what I'm saying? And I'm friends with everybody, but not with that broom. No, it's I did do my we're gonna try to get y'all. Hey hon, for all our new viewers, don't get scared. putting y'all on the tripod. There we go. I don't know why I don't do that to begin with, but any hoozles. Yeah. I never did pick out material for Maddie Grace. Yeah, no, it didn't happen. What did happen, my honey hit that recliner and we took us a nap. But I figure I'm fighting the Knorr that way. You're supposed to get enough rest. You're getting enough rest. So, I should be good. Speaking of should be good, I am taking out a bag of leftover dinner rolls from when we got some way back. We're gonna pray that they heat up good, you know what I'm saying? They have been in my freezer for forever. They look okay, but I got tired of looking at them down there. We're running low on like rolls and stuff. So we're gonna thaw these bad boys out, put them in the oven, see what happens. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's just, I still always want to count out 10 if I'm doing 2 of something for us. Okay, I just need 8. Becca is working, and to everybody that has said that y'all are praying for her and tell her thank you. Thank you. Please keep praying for her. Let her know. You can comment down below. I'll make sure she reads the comments. Let her know of just how y'all are thinking of her. I can't get this opened. And yeah, because she's just been kind of, the place she used to work at, they have got more confirmed cases. Oh crap, I cannot get this open. And I am so blessed that God knew what he was doing by letting her get away from there. You know what I'm saying? They got onto her for taking her time or going too slow. And it was because she was following the guidelines. She was following the rules. Well, now we know what happens when people don't follow the rules, don't we? I'm just saying. They were not sanitary at all over there, and they wanted her to, let's go, let's go. You don't need to worry about all that. Yes, you do. Especially now. Yes, you do. I am just taking, supposed to be talking about what I'm doing for supper, and I'm running pie hole with other stuff. Okay, first, I'd never seen this before. Y'all let me know if you've ever tried the Walmart root blend. It's got beets, carrots, parsnips, and sweet potato. So y'all let me know. I have never, look at that. Doesn't that look good? I'm intrigued by the beets. Yeah, I'm intrigued by the beets. I'm doing that on the sheet pan. I had part of a pack of the, remember I said the peppers and onions. I've got, I'm mainly scattering this on there for the pepper part, because I don't have quite enough bell pepper. Ugh, that was a cluster. But this is where we're just going to kind of take, it was a little bit of this and a little bit of that in the freezer, and I'm just kind of throwing it together. I've got like 3 of these, so I knew I wanted to do this tonight. I was trying to think of some different things and use up bits and pieces of this and that out of my freezer, and use up some of my fresh produce that needs to use or lose. And like I said, I had those rolls. I knew I wanted to get them out of there. And we still have that many more. So they're still frozen. I just have taken them out of the freezer. So I will stick those back down in probably my bottom freezer. And later in the week, we need a supper bread. Right. I cut my sausage and made y'all go flying. Alright, so let me cut this. Ooh, it's cold. Let me cut this and I'll be back. Okay, this goes, I'm caking myself now. I had to throw my potatoes away. Honey, hold on. Cobweb. That was new. They had more eyes on them than the CIA. Yeah, no, they were no good. And now it's not the time to be throwing food away, y'all. And I'm not, Lord have mercy. Yeah, here I am trying to tell y'all advice. I need to heat it myself. Whew, sweet hennies. Now the other day when I looked down there, of course that was the other day. Don't you just, yeah. So, I have one bell pepper left, and he is starting to kind of, I don't know what that was. Carabeth, was that you? Nope. So, but I just kind of went through my fridge. Used to, we would eat potatoes. I could buy a sack of potatoes near about every week. And now, don't get me wrong, honey, I still love me a potato. You know what I'm saying? But, we have cut back. I know you can't tell it. We have cut back on the amount of carbs that we eat. Or if I do like fries, I'll do fries. Used to, I would buy a bag of potatoes and I wouldn't buy fries and I guess, I don't know if I need to start going back that way or, I don't know. I've got some leftover carrots that are starting to wane. So, you know, when they start getting white on the outside, it's time to use them or lose them. So I'm sprinkle them on there. And I'm just throwing all this on this sheet pan. I cut up the bell pepper, threw that on there. Cut up that sausage, threw that on there. I didn't even cut the carrots. That came in that frozen bag. That's what I had left. Alright, so that's our sheet pan. Okay? And I just used one. That is, there's not a lot of sausage, but there's enough of the other stuff. It's going to be fine. I'm trying to think about what I'm going to season this with. I think we're just going to go with a little bit of Himalayan salt. If you've never gotten it from Costco, I think is where I got that big thing. Anywho, I'm just going to pop it in the oven, let it do its thing. Basically, we're just wanting our sausage done, and the frozen vegetables not frozen, and those carrots to be tender. So, while I had my head in the refrigerator, kind of scrounging around looking to see what else I could get, kicking myself for letting those taters run, I found Mr. Cabbage. Now, Mr. Cabbage has been hanging out in there for a while. Like, he has a forward and address to my refrigerator. That's how long he's been in there. You know what I'm saying? He has become a permanent resident of humidifier to the left-hand side. Yes, ma'am. So, we can pop Mr. Cabbage open. I'm trying to think about when did I get this bad boy. I know when it was. Oh, sweet hennies, I've had him that long. Did the cabbage ever go bad? I guess we're fixing to find out. I think it's just the outer. I'm sewing on him, y'all. I think it's just the outer layers that are questionable. Ew, I don't know. There's a cut right there. But I wonder if we cut that cut, if him gonna be okay. You know what? I think he's alright, y'all. Look. I cut all the bad parts off. He smells okay. It smells like cabbage. So we're going to steam him up. And that is going to be supper. I was going to do like some canned goods, or I was going to grab some canned potatoes. And then whenever I looked in the refrigerator, I thought, I am scouring this fridge for anything else that needs to be used before I have to chunk it. And that's when I found Mr. Cabbage. So, oh, here's what we're going to cook him in. Hold on. I'll be back. I'm coming. Whew. For those of y'all that are new, first of all, hey, hon. I'm Big Mama. This is Fat Man's house. He just lets me live here. I work for room and board. Now we've been married 30 years. I need to renegotiate my contract because this crap was not in it. I'll tell you what. But praise to Jesus, he goes to work every day. Amen. Because if he had to be around here, Lord have mercy. You know. Anywho, if you're from the South, and you might have it in a coffee cup, you might have it in a mayonnaise jar, you might have it in an old creamer. Yeah, no, this ain't got no cream in it. This is liquid gold right here, y'all. Liquid gold. Bacon grease. Yes, ma'am. Don't you ever pour bacon grease out. Oh, heavens, no. My grandmother would roll over in her grave. Look at this. Now, see how your drippings go down to the bottom? You don't need one of them fancy things that you buy and make the stuff go down to the bottom. Look how clear that is. Look how clear that is. All that brownish stuff, I'm showing you. This is about what I'm going to use. A good hopping tablespoon. Yeah. I made bacon and eggs yesterday morning for Easter Sunday. And it was nice just to have, like I said, that leisurely, take our time pace. We got to really fellowship and worship and put our hearts and our minds and our thoughts where it needed to be. But I took my bacon grease and I added it to my cup. And it just sits in the door of my refrigerator. I don't cover it. Nope. And that was near about the last of my bacon. The other day I made me and Becca some BLTs, only I didn't have the T's, so we had BLs. Bacon and lettuce. Ooh, while I am cutting this up, I got to tell you about Fat Man one time. I'm going to go ahead. But do you see how that's at the bottom? Just don't ever scrape your bottom. When you start getting, don't scratch your bottom. When you start getting to the brown stuff at your bottom, quit scratching it. That's why you ran out of toilet paper. I'm sorry, I should have gone there. I'm going to hush. I'm hushing right now. I'm going to stop. Because if I continue down that path, Anywho, let me tell y'all about Batman. This has been years back. I had cabbage in the refrigerator, and I had lettuce in the refrigerator. I know the difference, and I'm sure all you mamas know the difference. Our kids even knew the difference. Had to have been a Saturday because Fat Man was on his own. I don't know where we had gone. I have no clue. We had gone somewhere. Got back home, and I'd asked Fat Man, I'm like, have you had lunch yet? And he's like, yeah, I had me a nasty sandwich. And I'm like, what do you mean nasty sandwich? What was wrong with it? And I had some like leftover ham steak and stuff like that. And he made the comment, he said, well, all that was fine and good. He said, that lettuce you got in there's something wrong with it. I said, what do you mean there's something wrong with that lettuce? I just gone to the store. He's like, it was hard as rock. He said, that was the nastiest head of lettuce. And I immediately, right when he said that, I knew what he had done. He had opened up that cabbage. And I'm like, babe, it didn't occur to you? No, what? And I'm like, I went and I had it. I'm like, this is cabbage. Well, I didn't know. And you couldn't tell by looking at it. No. I'm like, well, did you eat it? Yeah. I said, it didn't occur to you? Okay, this is nasty. This is hard. I need to take this off my sandwich. No, I went ahead and ate it. He sure did. He sure did. Alright, I am just chopping this cabbage up. But yeah. So now, if I have cabbage in there, I make sure to let him know I've got cabbage in there. So he will be glad to see this cabbage gone. But yeah, cabbage is one of those things. Especially if it's vacuum sealed, like in plastic like that, you would be shocked at the long refrigeration life that stuff has. Like for real. Alright, so I just kind of gave that a good coarse chop. And I'm adding it to my skillet with bacon grease. And that's going to be what we're going to have. And that way, it's not being wasted. Oh, I'm kicking myself about them taters. Okay, wait. If you're new here also, I'm not being rude. Hold on. For those of y'all that have been around for a while, hey, Hans! But for those of you that are new, I know it's rude to, but with my autoimmune, I have to. My voice will start spasming, my mouth gets dry, and my lips will do funky things. So yeah, I have to continually drink water. Now today at lunch, like I said, we've been trying to push the vitamin C. And I don't know what made me think that it would be a good idea to go with lunch. In the mornings I have my coffee. But I don't know what made me possess myself. Well, Becca did hers too for lunch, which is kind of like her breakfast. Hold on. I'm flipping my lid. Orange juice and chicken nuggets do not go together so well. Just a little hint. But yeah, there's my cabbage. And I'm just going to kind of let it do in that bacon grease. I'm going to pop that lid on. Put the eye like a medium. Might add a little bit of water to it. I think just a spot of water. I use Carol West's Toy Story cup. Don't tell her. Okay. But yeah, I'm just going to kind of let that simmer. And that sheet pan meal. If y'all have never tried sheet pan meals, they're wonderful. Because look what's happening. While it's cooking, I'm sitting. Yeah. Hello, bud. Hey, buddy. Hello, man. He has been asleep in a box all day today, so he has missed his mama. But no, seriously, sheet pan meals. They are wonderful. I've never come up with a combination yet that has not been good. You can literally take any kind of meat that you have. It's a great way of doing like the kielbasa sausage. We've done it with pork chops. I've done it with chicken breast. I've done it with boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Done it with pork chops. Beef tips. Basically, any kind of meat, you can do it and it'd be alright. We've even done it with tilapia. The tilapia and the asparagus and, what else do we have on that sheet pan? Oh, new potatoes. Oh, that turned out good. The Low Country Boil, where we did the kielbasa, the red potatoes, the shrimp. I just made sure to go ahead and get the pre-cooked, deveined, peeled shrimp, tail off. And you add it like last. I mean, you go ahead and you get all that other crap cooked. And then you sprinkle your shrimp on there and pop it back in there maybe 5 minutes. But you pour that, oh, what's the season? Old Bay. You put Old Bay seasoning. Oh, yes, ma'am. Your whole kernel corn, the frozen whole kernel corn, oh yeah. But seriously, look on Pinterest, look up sheet pan meals, and you can't screw up. But it is a good way of using up leftovers, or if you've got like a little bit of this and a little bit of that, like you've opened up, you know, the frozen bags of whatever. Or you got like a little, you know, freezer bag of this and a freezer bag of that, but it's not enough to just throw it all on that cookie sheet, pop that crap in your oven and let it do. Yes, ma'am. Look at this cat. He will snatch everything off this table. He is wanting his T-R-E-A-T-S. And I have to spell it because he's like a kid. If I say it, he is going to go rabid. We've had to reorder another remote because he will knock this one over. Yeah, and it will break. Look at him, he's gonna get mad. Hey! Stop. No treats. Oh crap, I said it. No treats. You had your treats. You had them this morning. You had them this morning. What makes you think you need more than you just get them in the morning, buddy? We're on rations here. Alright, so I'm gonna let my supper finish, and then I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Okay, I wish we had smell-o-vision some days. Supper time, I definitely wish we had smell-o-vision. Here's my cabbage. Look how that stewed up nicely. That bacon grease smells so good. And I added a little bit of the secret ingredient, other than the bacon grease, a little bit of sugar. Yeah, just a smidgen. A smidgen of sugar. You always add sugar to any of your greens. Collard greens, turnip greens, mustard greens, mixed, whatever. Just a little bit of sugar is going to take any kind of bitterness out. That man has got the garden basically planted. He's going to have to till up another spot for corn and okra, I think is what he said. Yeah, we're used to going big or go home. We can't have a 2-acre plot this time. And we had talked about chickens, but a man up the road, he is so sweet. And we know from chickens, yeah. But he has chickens, and so we're kind of going to go on the barter system. We're going to give him a box of produce. Whatever we, make, we'll make him up. He's a single man, and he's elderly, and sweet as he can be. Sweet as he can be. And he loves doing his chickens. And so we'll make him up like a CSA box, community share grow box. Yeah. Back when we had the farmer's market thing, we only had like maybe 2 people that we did CSA boxes with. Yeah, it wasn't nothing really. We were just trying to get into it and see how it worked, how you did it. But yeah, we're gonna take a trade off of our him a box each week of whatever we're picking at that particular time in exchange for eggs. Okay, sorry. Anywho, this is what the sausage and all looks like. I am wanting to try a beet. I wish they hadn't cut them so small. I have not had beets in forever. Here's how these rolls shaped up. They are not hard. Yeah, they turned out pretty good. So, I'm trying to get some of that water cooked out. And just take your lid off, crank your eye up. Once it's done, you want to get all that water cooked out. But literally, while supper was doing its thing, I was in there in my recliner doing mine. Holding the anti-gravitational pull thing on it down. Alright, but that's going to do it for tonight. Batman, like I said, he's out doing gardening stuff. Becca's at work. Oh, I did get, hold on, let me show y'all real quick. While that's getting the liquid out, I found out the color for healthcare workers in our state is white. And so, in honor of Miss Becca, I put white bows on the door. And then I've got white bows on our mailbox. I don't know if you can see. Okay, there's our mailbox. I put white bows on the mailbox. And that's just to signify. I think the people across the street, they've got red on theirs. But we had actually looked it up, and the governor had made the comment of white. So, we've got white bows in honor of Becca Boo. Yeah. But anywho, so that's going to do it for tonight. See, it's cooking even more of that water out of that cabbage. And cabbage is one of the few things that we used to could grow the hannies out of some cabbage, but to keep like the bugs and roly-polies and all off of it so bad, he had to use Sevin Dust. I did not like using Sevin Dust on any of our crops. I just didn't. We tried to be as pesticide against as possible. And by the time, yeah, no. Cabbage is cheap. I told him, I said, I can go and buy some cabbage. So, we quit growing cabbage. It just was not worth it. Now, turnips and greens and kale, that last year that we did grow and sell at the farmer's market, honey, we grew some hannies out of some kale and sold every bit of it what we didn't eat ourselves. Yes, ma'am. I even canned some. We ended up canning like mixed. We did a mixture of kale, turnips, and mustards. And I just mixed them all together, processed them, and canned them. Yeah, like I said, this year I'm not canning anything. I gave all my canner stuff away. We're still using, I'm trying to use up bread in the freezer before I make homemade bread. So that's what I'm waiting on that for. Again, that's why I grabbed that Ziploc bag of rolls. We're trying to get down to the nitty gritty and then start really. So, alright, so I think that's going to do it. I'm going to try and find a butter knife to butter these rolls. So until tomorrow, get your bows, put on some fresh clothes, have your pearls, tighten your curls, and I will see y'all tomorrow.